The year of failures. Yeah. Definitely is. Welcome everyone, welcome to what I would like to consider like the beginning of everything. Not only on social media, but in multiple projects of my life. And you can consider this kind of like my mini journal, but also kind of me manifesting what's going to happen. You can hear a lot of things in this video. Feel free to talk to me in my DMs or in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Honestly, I don't expect this video to get that many views, so this is my first video, obviously. But maybe in a couple of years, some people might come back and watch that. So for those of you who came back after multiple years, hey, it's Ellie from the past, and thank you for watching. Now, what is this video? Who am I? Hey everyone, my name is Ali. I'm a personal trainer. I'm 24 years old, and this year I decided to make the most out of it, and I called this year the year of failures. I read a quote somewhere that really hit me, that was saying, if you knew you were only 10 failures away from success, how fast would you want to fail? And so I decided to start posting as much as possible, even though my videos weren't perfect and I didn't always have the most original idea. I decided that I wanted to post and that I wanted to start something. So here we are. Now, this video is going to be separated in who I am, my weight loss journey, how I became a coach. It's kind of all mixed in. Then, what are my projects? Because during that second chapter, you're going to learn why I'm doing all of this. And so in that third chapter, these are my projects for 2026 and over the course of multiple years. And then I'm pretty sure that the name of the series is going to be the title of this video. So in the end, I'm just going to like have a nice finish, and that's pretty much that. So you guys know how it's going to go. Here's I'm not sure if I'm going to put the time code for everything, but if not, you guys have the chapters, so that's that. So ever since I was like a child, I would eat a lot. Like that has always been there. But during high school, I would move a lot. Like I would play basketball, soccer, a lot of different things. And so it didn't necessarily show. I was just like a skinny fat. Back then I started hitting the gym, but like it was not consistent. And then after high school, I went to trade school. And during trade school, I would eat as much, but not move as much. So I got fat. And then I met my ex at a time, and while I was with her, I got really fat. And so I decided to start a diet while I was with her. My diet was kind of weird. It was like running and salads. That's all I would do. Eat salads and run. And nothing was like tracked. I didn't even know my calories, nothing. All I did was eat salad. If I was hungry, salad, and then run whenever I was bored or anything. Like I would run like huge distances. Like I'd never ran in my life, and you have to consider like back then I weighed like maybe 105 kgs. Okay, 105 kgs. Running for the first time in a very long time, like in over over like 3 years. It was horrible. It was horrible. My joints would hurt, my feet would hurt, everything would hurt. But I lost some weight. I lost 10 kgs. So I went down to 95 kgs. And then I kind of like stayed stagnant. And then COVID hit. Me and my ex split up. And during COVID, I was playing Call of Duty, staying at home, working from home, and Uber eating. That whole combo I think you get the image. I became a fatty. It was crazy. It was crazy. I went up to 115 kg. And when I saw that, that feeling, it's horrible. Seeing the worst version of yourself, it's horrible. So, back then I was kind of a little broke. And, well, broke to the point where I had money, but I just wasn't investing it in the right places. So I started going to the gym again and just not paying attention to my food, because I was like, let me start the gym and the food thing will come eventually. The food thing didn't come up until a very long time after, but for like an entire year I went to the gym. After a year of training, I wanted to go to my first bodybuilding competition, just like see what it looks like, see what it is. And over there I met my coach, who back then had won the competition. Over there I had the courage to go talk to him and say like, yo, congrats and everything. And I took his Instagram, and then we messaged back and forth, and I started with him like 2 months after that, which is kind of a long time when you think about it. During that period I also met my current girlfriend, which was awesome, and she has always been there for me, praise the Lord, ever since. Now, this is where my weight loss journey starts. So, I started my weight loss journey in 2023 in September. I started at around 115 kgs, which is around 250 pounds. I started with my coach. We do our first cut phase, and it went amazing. I was super straight. I didn't even want cheat meals. I just wanted to be better. I felt amazing. I remember that first phase was the best. And I started posting there and then, I started posting like a couple of videos like left and right, and then there came like the first red flag. Because you'll see, some things happen for a reason, like for a specific reason. Back then my girlfriend told me that you're kind of like a extreme person, like you're all or nothing guy, right? I was like, sure, whatever. That first maintenance phase, for those of you who don't know what a maintenance phase is, it basically means that you are at your maintenance intake of calorie. Okay, when you're in a cut, you're in a deficit. When you're in maintenance, you kind of maintain the same amount of calories that your body needs to work, to function. And so I took that after my first cutting phase as a take a break from everything, eat everything, and you're good, which was not right. So that was the first red flag, and you'll see what I mean later on. During that first phase, I kind of gained some weight, like around 10 pounds. That was okay, that's really okay, 10 pounds, it's okay. But we stopped it and we were like, okay, let's get back into a cut. So then I got back into a cut, and then the goal after that was to get to 185 pounds. I finished my first cut at 195. I gained 10 pounds back, so 205. I went down to 185 in that second phase of cut, which had a kind of a hard time starting. The first 2 weeks, I wasn't respecting my diet at 100%, which was also another red flag. And then 185. That happened during that second phase. That second year technically. So the first year, I had a cutting phase, a maintenance phase, and then the second cutting phase happened over the 24-25 period. Okay. The second cutting phase ends beginning of 2025. Okay. Second red flag happens. I have another maintenance phase before I start my prep, because that first year my coach told me we don't have a physique yet to go on stage. Let's wait another year. So that second year, I finished my second cut, and then I'm in the maintenance phase, And my coach told me, all right, after that maintenance phase, we're going into a prep. Our goal in the maintenance phase, is to stay around the same weight, because or else you're gonna have too much to lose during your prep. What I meant by that is I'm gonna have to lose too much weight to make weight for prep. I did not listen. Third red flag. I ate everything. I went on a vacation, and for a whole week I did not eat a single thing out of my diet. I literally just ate everything I could. During that maintenance phase, I went from 185 to 215 pounds. Yeah. That happened over the course of, I'd like to say, 3 to 4 months. And then my coach told me, all right, prep is here. You're 215, we're starting prep. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I want you to be around 165. A very optimistic dude, yes. So he technically wanted me to lose around, let me calculate that quick, around 50 pounds. Around 50 pounds. In the course of 22 weeks. We were very optimistic. Now, I had a very hard time starting my prep. For the first 4 weeks, I was overeating. Overeating what? Almonds. Almonds. Yeah. Like I had like 30 grams to eat, I would eat 100 grams every day. And so I wasn't losing weight. Or I was losing it, but just not as much as we should have, right? So first time I tell my coach, bro, I'm overeating almonds. He's like, okay, that's your first warning. If you do that again, you have 2 more warnings, and then we're done with prep. I was like, all right. I locked in. He upped my cardio. He lowered my calories, and for like a whole month, I was locked in. Okay, locked in. I lost like, I think 10 pounds. And then second month was all right, but I ate a little something out of the diet. So I opened the door. And then something happened 14 weeks out. 14 weeks out, I had a binge episode. I ate everything that was in front of me. So I told my coach. And then he told me, okay, we're going to meet and we're going to talk. I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, all right, let's go. I told everyone that I might drop the prep, but I didn't want to. Because, first of all, ego. Second thing, pride. And third thing, I've been working for that goal for like 2 years. It sucked to quit after such a long time. I talked to my girlfriend. My girlfriend said, boy, if it's not healthy for you, you gotta quit. If it was any other sport, sure. But bodybuilding is not a healthy sport. So, yeah. Spoke to my dad. He gave me like a David Goggins speech. It was insane. I felt such a flame. And so that, I told my coach like on a Friday, and he told us, okay, let's meet on Monday. For 3 days, I was locked in, and I would do like 2 hours of cardio. And so I lost 5 pounds that I had gained from like that whole binge episode. So when I met him on Monday, I was 1 pound lower than my last check-in. So I was like, all right, bro, I'm locked in, I swear. He was like, bro, you're showing signs of an eating disorder. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm locked in. I don't see it. No. Bro, I want to get on stage. I want to be the best version of myself. I should have quit then and there. I have a hard time saying that. I should have quit then and there, honestly. We did our training together. I went back home. I stayed on top of things until 8 weeks out. I have a binge episode. I don't tell my coach. I say, bro, I didn't lose any weight. Okay, no worries. Because it's normal technically. But then during that week, I eat a lot more. I gain weight. And he's like, bro, what's happening? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I had a leg day, so I feel a little more water retention. Third week, I did not lose any weight. What's happening, bro? I ate a little bit of bread, something like that. It's like, bro, we can't do that. We're 4 weeks out. I have 1 week of binge. I would eat bread. I would literally had loaves of bread, dry bread, Eat dry bread or bread with honey. Okay? I would literally just eat that for a whole entire week. Bro. I ate, in that week, I ate 5 loaves of bread. Alone. Like, I ate more bread in this week than I ate in my whole entire last, 2 years. I had to tell my coach. And I told my coach because that check-in was horrible. I was fatter, I had gained 2 pounds, and I was 4 weeks out. 4 weeks out, you're supposed to be ready. You're supposed to be good to go. I was not. I was in the best shape of my life, but mentally it was horrible. I went to church. I submitted my check-in. He said, we gotta talk. I knew it was coming. That was my last warning. He told me we're dropping prep. And on the phone, it's funny because I was on the phone with him and I was warming up my next meal. But he said, we're dropping prep. And I'm like, okay. I literally just took it. And he asked me questions bro, he's trying to explain himself and he sounded kind of angry, which I understand. We've been putting so much work, he cares, right? But then he wanted a reaction out of me. But I was so dead. I was like, bro, I'm just tired. I just don't, I didn't want it enough. That's the truth. I just didn't want it enough. I didn't want it bad enough. And honestly, I kept trying to find ways to make it easier. And that's the issue. During that whole prep, I was just trying to find ways to make it easier. Always the lazy way out. And he kept telling me, bro, there's no easy way out. You just got to go through the hard way out. The hard way out, sorry. That's just it. So he asked me on the phone, how are you feeling? And I'm like, I literally took a pause for a solid 2 minutes. Please, for the life of you, put a timer of 2 minutes on your phone and don't say anything for the next two minutes. This was 2 minutes on the phone. I didn't know what to say. It was silent. And I just said, I don't know what to feel. I kind of knew it was coming, and I know it's my fault, but yeah, that's it. I kind of want to be alone. And we hung up. My girlfriend came over. I said I'm dropping prep. She was shocked. And then she really put me out of my comfort zone because after that event, because that's 2 years of work, right? She wanted me to process it and talk about it. And that was horrible. I was like, bro, talk to me. Tell me what you're feeling. And I'm not a big talker. At those events, I really take a long time to process things. And so she really wanted me to talk and everything. And that first day went well. But it was those next days that were horrible. Sorry. In April of 2025, I joined a small coaching team. And honestly, it was great. It was going great. The only issue is I wasn't up to their standards. And I kept doing mistakes. And so I kind of self-sabotage. So I lost the job. That really hit me hard. So that happened 1 or 2 weeks after, right? That plus that, man, I'm an emotional eater. And so I dropped. The competition was supposed to be on November 8th. I lost the job end of October. And I dropped the prep mid-October. From November to the end of December, which is right now, all I did was eat, play video games. I got certain clients left and right, but yeah, I just let myself self-sabotage. And that's the truth. And now we're here. And I'm going to tell you why you're watching this video. Chapter 3. From Behemoth to Mammoth. End of December, it's like midnight. I was playing a lot of Valorant because I wanted to get on it. I just wanted to like do something. So I just invested all my time in Valorant. And I just finished a game of Valorant. It's midnight. It's snowing outside. I feel like shit. And I look at myself. I go downstairs to take a shower. It's like I just couldn't take it anymore. I look at myself in the mirror. I take a video. Like, here's the video. I look like crap. And in comparison, guys, this is what I look like at the end of the prep. Like the failed prep, sorry. So, I take my shower, I go back in my room, and I just take a whole ass look at my life, and I'm like, bro, am I actually doing anything? And why am I playing victim? Like, I flipped up myself, and then I play victim. What? What? What do you mean? So I take a look at myself and I'm like, okay, how can we change? What can we do? Then I looked at everything that I wanted to accomplish on my vision board from the last year. I think I accomplished like 2 things. I was like, wow, that is absolutely crazy. So I don't do another vision board. I just look at what I've always wanted and I'm like, let's just flip and get it. That's just it. Just do. I wanted to start on social media. So I was like, okay, for the next year, I'm going to post as much as possible. I wanted to say every day. The only thing is, with time, I'm like, I want to give myself time to get better. And in the gym, you need rest. So I need a rest day from posting to get better and like kind of like make my content. And then I was like, okay, I want to post on YouTube too. I want to have like kind of like journal. I just want people to see that I went up and then I brought myself down, but I'm going to bring myself up again. And I realized back then, when I was with one of my exes, I had to learn how to love myself. And I realized that I had lost that. What I mean by that is, back then when I said I was going to do something, I would do it. But now, I would just be ashamed of myself and ashamed of the people around me. And I would just never like tackle any of the serious subjects. And I was like, I can't be like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't like the person I am right now. Let's change that. That'll happen in like that little midnight episode, right? And then I went to sleep. And then the next day, after playing some Valorant games, I had the same thing. Happened over and over. But then I was doom scrolling and I saw a video. And it was kind of like a motivational video. I'm like, okay, flip it. I couldn't sleep. I got up. I did a Notion page, and I was like, okay, let's reorganize that. Let's get right into that. So I did. And now we're here. And here are the projects that I planned for 2026. First of all, what I just put aside and did not mention is that after my prep, I dropped my coach. He was a bodybuilding coach, and I was like, I've been curious about powerlifting, let me start powerlifting. So I hired a powerlifting coach, and now I'm doing powerlifting. So for this year, I intend to try doing 2 powerlifting competitions. My first one around, like in the first trimester, like around like March, April, May. And the second one potentially would be like the Centrals or the Provincials of Quebec. I think Centrals are in Toronto though, but don't hold me onto my word. That's just aside. For people who know, you know. So basically 2 powerlifting competitions. Ideally, I would also like to run a half marathon or a full marathon. I would love to do that. That's an accomplishment of mine. I would love to do it. These are on the more personal side. On the professional side, I really want to build a brand. I want to build my own community of people who are just sick and tired of failing and just want to change, just want to be better version of themselves, and just want to work towards that. And I want to reunite everyone in the same environment, which is a gym, and it could be bodybuilders, powerlifters, anyone who's ready to give everything they got towards what they want. With that community, ideally, I want to open up a gym. That's in the next couple of years, but I want to try that. The most important goal for me that will fulfill me is I want to help at least 10 people this year. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm a personal trainer. I want to help 10 people. Either lose weight, either bulk up, either achieve some lifts. I just want to help people. And that's my goal with all of this too, right? To reunite, but also to help people. I feel like we've lost we've lost our interactions. We're very we try to put everyone in a box, but we're just having difficulty accepting that people are just different, right? And we want to find our own peeps, but we all have something in common with someone else. It's just, you gotta find that, you gotta give it time. So that's that. I really want to help those 10 people out. I want to post as much as possible. Ideally get to 10K followers, but good followers, you know what I mean? People who support each other, who talk to each other, man, I want to build something. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but that's the goal. I have some other goals, but these are the ones I'm comfortable delivering here. And I'm excited. But a little worried at the same time. Now, I call this series From Behemoth to Mammoth, and there's a reason for that. It's because my year is starting out with a weight loss. I'm gonna lose all the weight that I gained, and my goal is to get back to 185 pounds. During this series, which I don't know how long it's gonna take, I'm just gonna let it be. Every single day, I'm gonna be posting a video, and I know what you guys are saying. Hey, he said he needed a break. I might take one, I'm not sure. But I really want to try to do it every single day, and if not, at least six to 5 times a week, okay? I'm gonna set myself a clear goal and I will do it, but in this video, I'm still unsure. This video is being filmed a little earlier. In every single video that I'm going to post, I'm going to give you guys some information on how to do your own weight loss journey. And I'm always going to be available if you need me as a coach, but I will be showing you guys the process, how I'm doing it, and I will give you guys as much free value as I can. Because that's the whole point of my coaching. Not only is it to build a community, become friends and everything, but it's also for you to become autonomous. And so maybe I could do that without ever doing anything. Maybe I could be the reference. That's the dream. So yeah. So for as long, if I'm slacking off, I'm going to give you more value. And if I'm on top of my things, I'm going to find another way to give you value. But it's basically going to be a shorter series. So yeah. Ideally, I would like to make weight for my powerlifting competition. I'm intending on competing in the 93 kgs. I already started my weight loss. So right now I weighed in at 213. I'm going to be posting this video today and the first video of my weight loss tomorrow. So yeah. That is pretty much that, guys. From Behemoth to Mammoth, let's make the best out of this year's failures, and I'm gonna give it all I got. I promise you that. And my goal with the powerlifting competition and with everything that I do is not necessarily to win, but I'm coming in and giving everything I got. And I will be back to bodybuilding, but that's for another episode. In the meantime, take care of yourself. We'll talk soon. Don't hesitate to like, leave a comment, subscribe to follow the journey. You have all of my links, and that's pretty much that. Take care of yourself. Mammoth out.